Once nestled in the heart of the countryside, there stood a farm, its rustic charm belying the darkness that lurked within. It was whispered among locals that the land was cursed, haunted by the sins of its past. Few dared to venture near after dusk for fear of encountering the malevolent force that prowled the fields. One autumn evening, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to test their bravery and explore the abandoned farm. Ignoring the warnings of the townsfolk, they set out under the light of the full moon, their laughter masking the unease that gnawed at their souls. As they traversed the overgrown pathways, the air grew thick with an ominous chill. Shadows danced eerily in the moonlight, and strange whispers echoed through the rustling leaves. Yet, the teenagers pressed on, fueled by youthful defiance and reckless curiosity. Their courage waned, however, when they stumbled upon an old barn hidden amidst the tangle of trees. Its weathered walls loomed ominously, casting long, twisted shadows that seemed to writhe in the darkness. Reluctantly, they pushed open the creaking door, their hearts pounding in their chests. Inside, they were met with a scene straight from their darkest nightmares. The air was heavy with the stench of decay, and the floor was littered with the remains of long-forgotten horrors. Bloodstained tools lay scattered about, their edges dulled by years of disuse. But it was what lurked in the shadows that truly chilled their blood. Pale, lifeless eyes glinted in the darkness, and twisted figures slunk silently closer, their grotesque forms barely discernible in the dim light. Panic-stricken, the teenagers turned to flee, but found their path blocked by a malevolent force that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. In their desperate struggle to escape, they unleashed forces they could not comprehend, awakening an ancient evil that had long lain dormant. With a deafening roar, the barn erupted in a maelstrom of chaos and despair, consuming all who dared to trespass on its cursed grounds. And so, the farm remained abandoned, a testament to the folly of those who dared to defy the darkness that dwelled within. Tales of the horrors that lurked within its walls echoed through the generations, a grim reminder of the price of curiosity in a world where some secrets are best left undisturbed. Years passed, and the farm became little more than a cautionary tale told to frighten misbehaving children into obedience. Yet, despite the passage of time, the land remained shrouded in an eerie aura of dread, its secrets lying dormant beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed by the unwary. One fateful summer, a family of city dwellers purchased the farm, unaware of its grim history. Eager to escape the hustle and bustle of urban life, they saw only the promise of a fresh start amidst the tranquil beauty of the countryside. As they settled into their new home, strange occurrences began to plague them. Unexplained whispers echoed through the halls at night, and shadows seemed to move of their own accord. Objects vanished without a trace, only to reappear in the most unexpected of places. At first, they dismissed these occurrences as mere tricks of the mind, the product of an overactive imagination fueled by the stories of the superstitious locales. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, they could no longer deny the truth that lurked just beyond the edges of their understanding. It was on a moonless night, when the darkness pressed in close, that they finally glimpsed the true horror that lay hidden within the farm's shadowed depths. Awakened by a bone-chilling scream, they stumbled bleary-eyed from their beds, their hearts pounding in their chests. What they found waiting for them in the moonlit fields would haunt their nightmares for eternity. Figures twisted and contorted in agony writhed amidst the long grass, their faces contorted into grotesque masks of despair. Shadows danced eerily across the landscape, their forms shifting and coalescing into shapes too horrific to comprehend. With mounting horror, the family realized that they were not alone on the farm. Something ancient and malevolent lurked in the shadows, feeding on their fear and tormenting their souls with visions of unspeakable horror. In their desperation to escape, they fled into the night, leaving behind the cursed land that had claimed so many lives before them. And so, the farm remained abandoned once more, its dark secrets buried beneath the earth, waiting patiently for the next unsuspecting souls to stumble upon its cursed grounds. For in a world where darkness reigns supreme, there are some horrors that even the bravest of hearts dare not face. In the heart of the rural countryside, nestled between rolling hills and verdant meadows, there lay a farm whose very name struck fear into the hearts of those who dared to speak it aloud. Known simply as Blackwood Farm, its dark reputation had endured for generations, whispered in hushed tones by the superstitious locals who knew of the unspeakable horrors that had transpired there. Legend had it that Blackwood Farm had once been a place of prosperity and abundance, its fields yielding bountiful harvests that sustained the surrounding community for miles around. But all that changed one fateful night when a darkness descended upon the land, twisting it into something altogether more sinister. It was said that the farm's owner, a reclusive old farmer by the name of Ezekiel Blackwood, had made a pact with forces beyond the mortal realm, trading his soul for untold riches and power beyond imagining. In exchange, he offered up the lives of those who trespassed upon his land, their blood nourishing the cursed earth upon which the farm stood. As the years passed, Blackwood Farm became a place of dread and despair, its once thriving fields now lying fallow and barren, shrouded in an eerie silence that seemed to suffocate the very air. Few dared to venture near, for fear of awakening the malevolent force that lurked within its shadowed depths. But despite the warnings of the townsfolk, there were always those who dared to test the boundaries of fear, drawn by the allure of the unknown and the promise of adventure that lay hidden amidst the crumbling ruins of the farm. One such group was a band of intrepid explorers, led by a fearless young woman named Emily. With her loyal companions in tow, she set out one moonlit night to uncover the secrets that lay buried beneath the surface of Blackwood Farm, heedless of the dangers that awaited them. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the farm, the air grew heavy with the stench of decay, and the ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy that sent shivers down their spines. Yet, undeterred by the palpable sense of dread that hung in the air, they pressed on, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to unravel the mysteries of the cursed land. Their journey led them to the old farmhouse, its crumbling facade a testament to the passage of time and the darkness that had consumed it from within. With trepidation, they pushed open the creaking door, their hearts pounding in their chests as they stepped into the dimly lit interior. What they found inside would haunt them for the rest of their days. The walls were adorned with twisted symbols and arcane sigils, their meaning lost to the sands of time. Strange whispers echoed through the halls, their voices muffled by the oppressive silence that enveloped the farmhouse like a shroud. But it was what lay in the depths of the cellar that truly chilled their blood. Rows upon rows of cages lined the walls, their bars rusted and worn with age. Within them, creatures twisted and deformed writhed and moaned, their eyes empty voids of darkness that seemed to devour the very light around them. As they gazed upon the horrors that lay before them, Emily and her companions knew that they had stumbled upon something beyond their comprehension, something ancient and malevolent that had long lain dormant beneath the surface of Blackwood Farm. With mounting horror, they realized that they were not alone in the darkness. A presence lurked in the shadows, its malevolent gaze fixed upon them with a hunger that sent chills down their spines. In a desperate bid to escape, they fled into the night, their minds reeling with the horrors they had witnessed. And so, Blackwood Farm remained a place of darkness and despair, its secrets buried beneath the earth, waiting patiently for the next unsuspecting souls to stumble upon its cursed grounds. For in a world where the line between reality and nightmare is thin indeed, there are some horrors that even the bravest of hearts dare not face. Years passed, and the tale of Blackwood Farm faded into the realm of myth and legend, spoken of only in hushed whispers by those who dared to remember the horrors that had transpired there. The land lay abandoned, its once fertile fields now overrun with weeds and thorns, a stark reminder of the darkness that had claimed it so long ago. Yet, despite the passage of time, there were those who remained drawn to the farm, unable to resist the lure of its forbidden secrets. Among them was a young woman named Sarah, whose fascination with the occult had led her on a journey of discovery that would take her to the very edge of sanity and beyond. Driven by a desire to uncover the truth behind the legends of Blackwood Farm, Sarah embarked on a perilous quest to unlock the secrets of the cursed land. Armed with little more than her wits and a handful of ancient texts, she delved deep into the heart of the darkness, heedless of the dangers that awaited her. Her journey led her to the forgotten corners of the earth, where she encountered beings both ancient and terrible, their whispered secrets unlocking doors to realms beyond the mortal realm. With each new revelation, Sarah felt herself drawn ever closer to the heart of the darkness that had consumed Blackwood Farm, her mind teetering on the brink of madness as she sought to unravel its mysteries. Finally, after months of tireless searching, Sarah stood once more upon the crumbling ruins of Blackwood Farm, her heart pounding in her chest as she prepared to confront the horrors that lay within. With a trembling hand, she pushed open the door to the old farmhouse, her senses assailed by the stench of decay and the palpable sense of dread that hung in the air. What she found inside defied comprehension. The walls were adorned with grotesque symbols and blasphemous imagery, their meaning lost to the ages. Shadows danced eerily across the floor, their forms shifting and twisting in the dim light. But it was what lay in the depths of the cellar that sent Sarah's blood running cold. There, amidst the darkness and decay, she found a gateway to realms beyond imagining, a portal through which unspeakable horrors lurked, waiting to be unleashed upon the world. With mounting horror, Sarah realized the true nature of Blackwood Farm and the darkness that had consumed it. In a desperate bid to stop the spread of evil, she sacrificed herself to seal the gateway, her soul becoming forever bound to the cursed land she had sought to uncover. And so, Blackwood Farm remained a place of darkness and despair, its secrets buried beneath the earth, waiting patiently for the next unsuspecting soul to stumble upon its cursed grounds. For in a world where the boundaries between reality and nightmare are blurred, there are some truths that are best left undiscovered. In the heart of the countryside, where the fields stretched endlessly beneath the wide open sky, there stood a farm known as Ravenswood. It had once been a place of abundance and prosperity, its fertile soil yielding bountiful harvests that sustained the surrounding community for generations. But as time passed, whispers began to circulate among the locals, tales of strange happenings and eerie occurrences that seemed to plague the farm like a curse. It was said that Ravenswood was haunted, its fields stalked by malevolent spirits and dark forces that defied explanation. Superstitious folk avoided the farm at all costs, fearful of the sinister presence that lurked within its shadowed depths. Yet, despite the warnings of the townsfolk, there were always those who dared to test the boundaries of fear, drawn by the allure of the unknown and the promise of adventure that lay hidden amidst the crumbling ruins of the farm. One such group was a trio of friends, Marcus, Sarah, and Alex, whose curiosity knew no bounds. Determined to uncover the truth behind the legends of Ravenswood, they set out one moonlit night to explore the abandoned farm, their hearts pounding with excitement and trepidation. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the farm, the air grew heavy with the stench of decay, and the ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy that sent shivers down their spines. Yet, undeterred by the palpable sense of dread that hung in the air, they pressed on, their footsteps echoing eerily in the silence of the night. Their journey led them to the old farmhouse, its crumbling facade a testament to the passage of time and the darkness that had consumed it from within. With trepidation, they pushed open the creaking door, their hearts pounding in their chests as they stepped into the dimly lit interior. What they found inside would haunt them for the rest of their days. The walls were adorned with twisted symbols and arcane sigils, their meaning lost to the sands of time. Strange whispers echoed through the halls, their voices muffled by the oppressive silence that enveloped the farmhouse like a shroud. But it was what lay in the depths of the cellar that truly chilled their blood. Rows upon rows of cages lined the walls, their bars rusted and worn with age. Within them, creatures twisted and deformed writhed and moaned, their eyes empty voids of darkness that seemed to devour the very light around them. As they gazed upon the horrors that lay before them, Marcus, Sarah, and Alex knew that they had stumbled upon something beyond their comprehension, something ancient and malevolent that had long lain dormant beneath the surface of Ravenswood. With mounting horror, they realized that they were not alone in the darkness. A presence lurked in the shadows, its malevolent gaze fixed upon them with a hunger that sent chills down their spines. In a desperate bid to escape, they fled into the night, their minds reeling with the horrors they had witnessed. And so, Ravenswood remained a place of darkness and despair, its secrets buried beneath the earth, waiting patiently for the next unsuspecting souls to stumble upon its cursed grounds. For in a world where the line between reality and nightmare is thin indeed, there are some horrors that even the bravest of hearts dare not face. Weeks passed since Marcus, Sarah, and Alex fled from Ravenswood Farm, yet the memories of their harrowing ordeal haunted them relentlessly. Each night, they were plagued by nightmares of twisted creatures and malevolent forces lurking in the shadows, their minds unable to shake the terror that had seared itself into their souls. Despite their best efforts to move on with their lives, the allure of Ravenswood Farm continued to pull at them like a magnet, drawing them inexorably back to its cursed grounds. They found themselves consumed by an insatiable curiosity, driven by a desperate need to uncover the truth behind the horrors that lurked within its shadowed depths. Determined to confront their fears head-on, Marcus, Sarah, and Alex embarked on a daring quest to unravel the mysteries of Ravenswood once and for all. Armed with knowledge gleaned from ancient tomes and whispered legends, they returned to the farm under the cover of darkness, their hearts pounding with a mixture of apprehension and excitement. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the farm, the air grew thick with a palpable sense of dread, and the familiar chill of fear gnawed at their bones. Yet, fueled by their newfound resolve, they pressed on, their footsteps echoing ominously in the stillness of the night. Their journey led them to the dilapidated barn at the edge of the farm, its weathered walls looming ominously in the moonlight. With trepidation, they pushed open the creaking door, their senses assaulted by the musty scent of decay and the oppressive weight of the darkness that surrounded them. What they found inside would test the limits of their courage and sanity. The barn was filled with a cacophony of grotesque sights and sounds, as if the very fabric of reality had been twisted and warped beyond recognition. Strange symbols adorned the walls, their meaning lost to the ages, while eerie whispers echoed through the rafters, their voices a chilling reminder of the malevolent forces that lurked within. But it was what lay hidden in the shadows that truly chilled their blood. A monstrous figure emerged from the darkness, its form twisted and contorted into a grotesque parody of humanity. With eyes gleaming with malevolent intent, it advanced upon them with an otherworldly grace, its presence radiating an aura of primal fear. With a cry of defiance, Marcus, Sarah, and Alex confronted the creature head-on, their minds ablaze with determination to banish the darkness that had plagued Ravenswood for far too long. Armed with nothing but their courage and the strength of their convictions, they unleashed a torrent of ancient magic, binding the creature's malevolent essence and sealing it away for eternity. As the echoes of their victory reverberated through the barn, Marcus, Sarah, and Alex knew that they had finally conquered their fears, and laid to rest the dark legacy of Ravenswood Farm. With a newfound sense of purpose and a renewed appreciation for the fragility of life, they turned their backs on the cursed land, leaving behind the nightmares of the past and embracing the promise of a brighter future. And so, Ravenswood Farm stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, its dark secrets buried beneath the earth, waiting patiently for the next chapter in its twisted tale to unfold. For in a world where darkness and light wage an eternal battle for supremacy, there are some battles that can only be won with courage, determination, and a willingness to confront the shadows that lurk within us all.